Hey everybody, it's Jesse Pornak, the Director of Marketing here at 7 Figure Flipping. Today's podcast is a great one. It's a presentation from last year's Flip Hacking Live. Val Braga takes the stage to go into her system on hiring virtual assistants for your sales organization, lead intake, cold callers. She's going to go all into this. It's my favorite presentation because I love sales and marketing, and I think you do too. If you're not going to Flip Hacking Live this year or you haven't got your ticket, what are you doing? It's going to be the biggest Flip Hacking Live ever. We're bringing it back to San Diego where it all started, October 12th, 13th, and 14th. Get your ticket. The link is in the description. The price is going up very soon, so don't wait. That's enough for me. Here's the podcast.
My name is Bill Allen, and I'm the leader of a group of elite house flippers and wholesalers called 7 Figure Flipping. We don't brag or show off our success, but instead let integrity and stewardship be our guide. We are dedicated to helping people unlock the freedom they desperately need. If you ask other real estate investors, they will say to keep your secrets quiet. But we believe in abundance, not scarcity, and that's why we are the elite. We are 7 Figure Flipping, and this podcast is our playbook.
You know, this is my 4th year being on the stage of Flip Hacking Live. Can you believe the 4th year? This is amazing, and I love seeing more and more people joining this amazing community. Isn't this awesome? Are you getting a lot of good information? Yeah? Woo! It's awesome, right? Okay, so just kind of like what Bill said, I started as do you see that? Okay. I started as being the lead intake for Blackjack Real Estate 4 years ago. I just moved to the United States. You know, we started literally from scratch. We had $400 in our pocket. It's a whole story that, you know, maybe you know it, maybe not. But I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I got with Blackjack Real Estate. And this was me. This is where I was in that company. I was lead intake. The first impression, when people wanted to sell their house, they called me, they talked to me, right? A lot of pressure making sure that the deal goes through and everything, and it started with me. And now, fast forward 4 years later, I have my own company, right? It's Hire Train VA. We hire virtual assistants for real estate companies, so you can get your time back, you can scale, you can get things off your plate, and you can focus on needle-moving activities. And why am I showing this to where I was and where I am? Because regardless of the position that I held in any of the companies, one thing stays true. I have always been a hard worker. I love working hard. I like providing results. I like bringing good value. Now, the way I look at work has changed. You know, like if before, work is output, right? The work is the result. You put in the work, you get results. So my definition of work when I was at Blackjack, when I was in the lead intake position, was I'm efficient if I do a lot of work in a reasonable amount of time, right? So think about work is like pulling a lever. The more you pull the lever, the more work you get done, the more output you have. And doing this in 8 hours, you know, that's what brought me results. Calling people, doing follow-ups, making sure I keep track of all the team and everything. Now, that has changed over time. Nothing wrong with this definition except for one little flaw, which we're going to go in a little bit later. But let me show you an example. You see here, you have 2 people on the screen, right? And because I was the person on the phones, this is a very close example to me. I was on the phones. We hire a lot of cold callers. So let's imagine we have these 2 cold callers. Who do you think gets more work done? The person on the right or the person on the left? Well, right, left. How do you know? We don't have any data, right? That's hard to tell. The person who gets more work done is the person that makes more calls per day. Right? Simple as that. Now let's assume that. Let's assume both of these people get the same amount of calls per day. Now who gets more work done? The one who has more personality, that was a good guess. I put the person who has a better list. The more you talk to niche list, to interested people, you would be more successful if you're on the phone, right? Now let's assume both of these people have the same list. They call the same amount of people per day. Now who gets more job done? Personality, I would agree, is the person that has better skills. The person who knows how to build rapport, the person who knows how to handle objections, the person that has better scripts, right? All of that. Now you probably guess the next slide, right? Let's imagine all of this stays the same. So you have 2 equally good cold callers. Both of them have the same list, they call in the same time zone, they have the same market, they speak with the same people, they have equally good skills, building good rapport. Now who gets work done? What was that? The one who solves the problems? They both solve the same problem. They're both equal. Now who gets more work done? Is it the best cold caller on earth? Or is it the person that makes 0 calls, but the person that makes 0 calls has 15 people calling for him? Who gets more work done now? Who thinks is the best cold caller on earth? No? Person with 15 people calling for him. Yes. Why? Because at the beginning, like I said, right, so the person that leverages other people's time, that's who is gonna get more done. So remember my definition from before when I was just an employee, right? I thought efficiency is output divided by time. The more I do in 8 hours, the more successful I am. And the flaw with that is that my time is capped. I only have 8 hours a day of work. Okay, fine, if you're doing this yourself, you have what, 18 hours per day to work? Plus, like that's really stretching it. My output is capped too. I have a set limit of skills, abilities, right? I'm capped. So what I learned to do is my new definition is this. Efficiency is output times leverage divided by time. And this word leverage, that's what made a huge difference. This is uncapped. You can have 15 people doing the work for you. If those people don't work out, replace them. There's a ton of talent worldwide, right? But this is uncapped. So again, going back to our slide, is who gets more work done? Obviously, it's the person with 15 people calling for them. 10, 15, right? And if you noticed, one word that I mentioned throughout is better. It's like the person that has better skills, the person that has a better dialer, the person who has a better personality, better objections handling. There's a reason I use the word better. Better always wins. You have to be better because better is your leverage. Now, what does it mean? That means you need to be better as a boss. That means you need to have better people. That means you need to have better systems and processes. That means you need to have better scripts, better objections, better at everything, right? So don't try to outwork your competition, out-leverage it. This is where the secret is. Don't outwork, you're capped, you can't work. If you're just one person show, you can't do more than yourself. The business can grow more than the way you grow. So out-leverage your competition. And I want you to think about your business right now. Where are you right now? How you doing? How you out-leveraging your competition? What are you trying to do? And there's basically, on the journey to success, there's almost like there's 4 stages, right? And think about your business where it fits here. At the beginning, you have with the survival business. You see all these arrows, they're pointing in different directions. Marketing goes that way, lead generation the other way. You're just a one-person show, you don't have people, you don't have systems and processes. If you stop working, your business doesn't survive, right? And that's okay if you're here because that's where everybody starts. You're figuring out on your own. Eventually, you move on to the stationary position. More or less, the arrows start to point in the same direction, more or less, right? You have some systems and processes. Maybe you have some people to take things off your plate. They might not be in the right seat just yet, but they still help you with a little bit of getting your time back. Then you move on to scalable, more aligned. You have better systems and processes, better people. You have key people. You know exactly what you want. You know what departments you have. You can step away from the business for a while, come to Flip Hacking Live, right? And know that your company is taking care of your business. They might still ask you questions, but they got it, right? They're good on their own. And the last one is saleable. Everything is moving in the same direction. Everybody knows what you're doing. You can step away, and the business still functions like a well-oiled machine without you. Who here has a saleable business? Who here is in the last phase? No, just me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I wish. No, I think I'm somewhere transitioning between stationary, probably starting to be a scalable. I have an amazing team of virtual assistants, 5 people in the team. If you work with me, you know who I'm talking about. They're currently running my whole operations, running my whole thing, while I can take time away and be here at Flip Hacking Live and seeing all my friends and providing value for you and not having to worry that, things are not being done because my team is taking care of that. Right? So how do you get from one stage to another one? Is again, the word better. You become better. Better scripts, better at everything, better systems and processes, better. That is the solution. And the secret is that you can be best at anything, but you can't be best at everything. And the good thing is that you don't have to. You as a business leader, you don't have to be well-rounded in everything, and you can't. But you gotta make sure that your team is well-rounded in everything. Look at this event, Flip Hacking Live. I mean, it's amazing, right? Bill Allen couldn't have done it all by himself. He has an amazing team that takes care of everything. He doesn't have to be a well-rounded person in every single thing of putting together an event like this. So think about your business. Where are you in your business, and how do you move from one stage to the next one? Are you in survival? Are you in scalable? Where are you right now, and what do you need to move on to the next thing? So change the way you look at your business, right? From a do-it-all-yourself enterprise, think of your business as one that is leveraged with the help of others, right? Buy other people's time to work for you. And this is one thinking frame. I want to give you a thinking frame that really, really helped me. And it's that one. Yesterday, I did it. Today, we do it. Someday, they do it. Someday, they do it. You are the biggest bottleneck in your business. You are the biggest bottleneck in your business. Think about how your business can survive without your involvement as much, right? So, and I always, I speak with a lot of entrepreneurs, and people ask me, well, this is great, I love it, but I understand the importance of delegating, of letting things go off my plate, but what do I delegate? What do I let go of? Where do I start? How do I know I'm ready for that? And if that's your question as well, I'm gonna leave here a link that's gonna help you a lot. But if I only have 10 minutes to speak on this stage, that's not enough. I could talk about VAs and outsourcing and lead management and lead intake and all of that for hours. So if you have any specific questions, please get in touch with me. This is my email, this is my phone number. Get in touch with me, let's get on a call. It doesn't have to be about VAs, it can be about lead man, anything that I did for Bill Allen, for his company, which I really, really enjoy doing this. So if you need anything, let me know, okay? And if you want to know what you can delegate, make sure to look at this scan right here. You can take out your phones. This is 100+ tasks that you can take off your plate, that you can download, that you can give to your virtual assistant. It can be local, it can be domestic, right, anywhere. But hopefully this will give you some inspiration. Hopefully this will give you some clarity, and you'll get an email, and there's a video on how to prioritize what tasks to use. And if you have any questions, there's a booth right there outside. Come find me, talk to me. I already spoke with so many people. But if you have any questions, you know where to find me, and I'll be glad to know how I can bring you more value. So thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for having me.